Hi, this is Brieuc for Multihullsworld. I'm on board the beautiful little Neel 43. I set off this morning from Carteret in Normandy. I'm heading down towards Porto. I'm sailing solo. I really made the most of these few days at sea to share this experience with you, and if possible to share some helpful tips on how to prepare well and sail solo successfully. Sailing solo is always unforgettable. Since my mishaps during the 2022 Route du Rhum, I hadn't returned to the sea alone. I had been looking forward to this crossing. To return to the sea, to the silence, to simply find myself again. This time the context is very different. No race, no pressure. I'm setting off on a delivery trip with a beautiful weather window, carefully chosen. The conditions are excellent. The first challenge is getting out of the English Channel. Each day, between the shipping lanes of Ouessant and Les Casquets, an average of 500 commercial vessels pass through. Add to that the fishermen, ferries and pleasure boaters. Only by keeping a strict watch can I stay calm. AIS, radar, binoculars, and sometimes a VHF call to clarify a cargo ship's intentions. I avoid the traffic separation zones as much as possible and plan my navigation by anticipating the moments when I might be able to rest. In the channel, it's short naps of 20 minutes, no more. Real rest will have to wait. I'll find that later in the Bay of Biscay. There's the magnificent Four Lighthouse. Early morning at the tip of Brittany. After a night at sea, I reach the tip of Brittany and pass through the Fore Channel. As a small sign from the universe, I see friends passing by on their Class 40 heading out for a race. I was moved to see them. The weather at Cape Finister in Spain is looking rather uncertain. I accelerate on the Gennaker, veering a bit off course to head south as quickly as possible. This sail has become my best ally, stable and powerful. It lets me glide along at a lively pace without constantly having to adjust. In the ridge ahead of the small front expected the next day. I take advantage of it to allow myself a bit of rest. I'm accompanied for a long while by dolphins, it's pretty nice. A small, rather weak front arrives on the third day. I spend a few hours close haul, but on board a trimaran, that's no punishment. I'm tacking along the coast of Galicia, greeting a few brave fellow sailboats beating upwind with me. Galicia, for a guy from Normandy, is not so exotic. Granite, rocks, waves, you never get tired of it. The drone allows me to make new encounters. It's quite an effective way for a solo sailor to socialize. The real surprise comes when I am about to launch the spinnaker. A big black cetacean suddenly appears near my boat. It plays for a little while with the bow, then sniffs around my rudders. Is it an orca? A pilot whale? Curious and playful, it slowly moves away. Later, thanks to the advice of 6 volunteers of Sea Shepherd I met in Andalusia, I'll be able to identify it. It's a harmless false killer whale. Fortunately, the passage around Spanish Cape Finister takes place on a calm sea. Luckily, a light northeasterly breeze sets in during the night, and the spinnaker goes back into action. I string together a series of jibes heading south. With a bit of a method, it goes smoothly. I center the mainsail, bear away full downwind, jibe the spinnaker smoothly, then have the autopilot jibe the boat and the mainsail. Then I trim it again to find my ideal downwind angle, around 145 degrees from the true wind, and I adjust up to 20-22 knots of wind. This method is extremely reliable. The boat stays stable, smooth, with no risk of broaching, and I surf all the way to Porto with peaks at over 15 knots. The sea is my playground, and I am right where I belong. Well, hello. We are less than an hour from arriving in Porto. Great sailing, excellent conditions, just a bit too calm last night. We are 2 hours behind the planned schedule, but hey, it's not bad. A navigation of more than 4 days, no problems to report. Excellent